Hello students, today we will study Poem-3, Macavity the Mystery Cat from Class 8th, Honeydew book. First of all, let's discuss about the poet. The poet of this poem is T.S. Eliot, who was born on 26th September 1888 and who passed away on 4th January 1965. Dear students, T.S. Eliot was an American-British poet, essayist, publisher, playwright. He was considered one of the best poets of 20th century. Eliot attracted widespread attention for his poem The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock in 1915, which was seen as a masterpiece of the modernist movement. Dear students, T.S. Eliot was born in Missouri. He is the author of The Waste Land, which is now considered by many to be the most influential poetic work of the 20th century. Now, let's recite the poem. Macavity's a mystery cat. He's called the hidden paw, for he's the master criminal who can defy the law. He's the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. Macavity, Macavity, there's no one like Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Macavity is a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he's half asleep, he's always wide awake. Macavity, Macavity, there's no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in a by-street, you may see him in the square, but when a crime's discovered, then Macavity is not there. Now let's see the introduction to the poem. Dear students, Macavity the Mystery Cat is written by T.S. Eliot, and this is a long poem about a villainous and wicked cat. Here, villainous means who is doing cruel acts. So it is called wicked cat. The poem describes how he manages to commit all types of crimes and always escapes or runs away from being caught. Nobody is able to catch the cat. He breaks all the laws, yet the police fails to catch him. Now let's see stanza-wise summary. Stanza 1. Macavity is a mystery cat. He's called the hidden paw, for he's the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. Dear students, here what is Macavity? It is a cat which is the protagonist or main character of this poem. Mystery means more like a fiction than real, means imaginary, whom here we can't understand because the acts of this cat is full of secrecy, and in reality we cannot imagine such cat, so it is called a mystery cat whom no one can understand. Third meaning is paw, that means an animal's foot with claws and pads. Here defy means challenge, disobey something. Bafflement means confusion. Scotland Yard means world's most credited detective agency. Flying Squad, that means the Flying Squad is a branch of the Specialist Organised and Economic Crime Command within London's Metropolitan Police Service. The squad's purpose is to investigate commercial armed robberies, along with the prevention and investigation of other serious armed crime. Here, despair means complete loss of hope. And the last one is scene of crime, which means a place where a crime happens. Now let's see the explanation. Dear students, Macavity is a mystery cat because no crime agency was ever able to arrest this criminal mastermind during or after his committing a crime. Means when a crime is done and after the crime also, it is not easy for any crime agency to catch Macavity. They could never get his paw prints. Means there is no footprints of Macavity. So no one is able to catch him. Scotland Yard and Flying Squad most shamefully accept their defeat before Macavity. Means they are ashamed that they are not able to catch this cat. So Macavity is a bafflement for them or a confusion for them because they can't understand this cat. Now let's see stanza 2. Macavity, Macavity, there's no one like Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Dear students, here human law means a law which is made by people. Law of gravity means every planet has a power to pull smaller objects towards it. That is law of gravity. We also stand on this earth because of the law of gravity. Because earth is having gravitational force. Levitation means ability to fly upward and stay in the air. Fakir means a priest. Muslim or Hindu, monk. Stare means look. And basement means underground room. Now let's see explanation. As per the law of gravity, every object is pulled down to the earth's surface. But Macavity, being exceptional, it is different and it never comes down once he escapes from a scene of crime. It is said that Macavity is nowhere found. It is very difficult to meet a master villain like Macavity anywhere, and there is no one who ever met Macavity. Another reason is that it is impossible to meet an exceptional cat like Macavity in the whole world. Now let's see Stanza 3. Macavity is a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he's half asleep, he's always wide awake. Here, ginger cat means highly spirited and animated cat, which is extremely active, hyperactive, like you have seen in Tom and Jerry cartoons. How the Tom is? That is considered as ginger cat, because in Tom and Jerry, Tom is also hyperactive, highly spirited and full of life. Now, sunken means at a lower level than the surrounding area, means something which goes inside from the normal position. Domed means covered with or shaped like a rounded vault or roof. Uncombed means not combed. Now let's see the explanation. Dear students, his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed because he doesn't have all that time to care for his body and appearance. He moves his head like a snake. He is what his brain is. And being the criminal mastermind, an internationally wanted criminal, Macavity is awake and vigilant. Though he appears to be asleep, it seems that it is sleeping. He is sleeping. Macavity spends most of his time thinking and plotting, means making plan. Now let's see Stanza 4. Macavity, Macavity, there's no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in a by-street, you may see him in the square, but when a crime's discovered, then Macavity is not there. Here, fiend means devil. Feline means cat. Monster means a giant, a large, ugly and frightening imaginary creature. Depravity means moral corruption, wickedness or cruelty. And by street means a side street. Now let's see explanation. Macavity is a strange cat and there is no one like him. He is a devil in the form of a cat. It can be seen anywhere, by the side of the road or in the square. But whenever any crime is discovered, Macavity leaves no traces. He is not found near the crime. No one can blame him for the crime, as no one has proof that he did the crime. So dear students, T.S. Eliot has presented an imaginary cat description who is a criminal, and he did all these things beautifully. Hope you enjoyed and understood the poem. Thank you for watching it.